Isn't hope the thing that will keep us going? Isn't cultivating deep faith that it will work out the key element that will fuel our vision and push us to take action?
Buzz.
Wabaz.
Buzz.
Buzz.
ايوه بس.
Welcome, bienvenue, مرحبا بكم to Buzz Voices of Defiance, the podcast for minoritized people who are ready to shake up the world. I'm Shama, and every day I work with minoritized entrepreneurs, helping them find their voice, overcome their fears, and attract people who share their values, all to truly make an impact on the world. Buzz is one of my favorite words in Moroccan Darija. It's an expression of surprise. Surprise at the boldness of those who have defied the obstacles of an oppressive society and decided, I don't care, I'm doing it anyway. And it's also the surprise of that same oppressive society when it sees all these people pushing back. These are the people I want to give a platform to. And I also want to encourage you to speak out. Because only together can we change the game and finally change the world.
Buzz.
It's January 1st as I record this. 2025 is here and 2024 is finally over. I've done end of year reflections before, but I've never really liked them because for me, there's no real renewal in January. It's still just as cold and gloomy, and I still just want to hibernate. So I don't really feel like there's a true before and after, Like doing this before spring arrives, it feels more meaningful to me. But 2024 was such a unique year that I need to move on, and saying a few parting words feels necessary this time. Okay, a lot of cool things happened in 2024. Like, I launched this podcast, we moved to a sunnier place, we traveled, I restructured my business, and as a result, I met so many new people who share the same values. I joined collectives, I reconnected with the energy of being in a group, and that was incredible. It was super healing for me. And thank goodness for that. I don't know how I would have coped otherwise because 2024, it was also hard, you guys. It was a year of building, reflecting, questioning everything. And all those upheavals came with consequences. Let's see. First, I've never been as aware of my body and sensations as I was this year. And it took a hit. I had shingles, dealt with weeks of vertigo, and got sick 1,000 times. To be honest, I'm just getting over a nasty cold as I'm recording this. Second, the business restructuring didn't come without financial consequences. Of course, I knew this going in, because it wasn't the first time I did that, but it still wasn't easy, especially since 2023 had been my best year ever. And then there was this constant, like, Mercury retrograde effect. Astro folks, please don't come for me. It's just an expression. Basically, so many projects that were supposed to happen didn't. Last minute problems, countless breakdowns and repairs needed in the apartment, unexpected massive expenses, blocked payments for months, you name it. And here's a funny example for you just to illustrate. As of now, there's been a dripping valve in the kitchen for 8 months. Despite having like three different repair people look at it, it's still dripping. It's driving me insane. And the cherry on top, a despairing global socio-political climate. Every day felt like a stab in the heart, and tears were my constant companion throughout the year. In short, 2024 hit me hard physically, emotionally, psychologically. That's why I need to symbolically say goodbye to it. Because I've decided that this won't be the tone of 2025, at least not for the parts I can control, of course. If there's one thing that has always guided me, it's hope and faith that things will get better. Hope and faith that everything I've set up in 2024 will serve as a foundation for 2025. Hope and faith that my physical health will improve. Hope and faith in revolution. Hope and faith that Palestine and all oppressed people will be free in my lifetime, despite all the voices around me saying otherwise. This hope and faith have always been a part of me, and they're necessary for me to move forward. So I'll keep cultivating them. But how, you might ask? Basically, by talking to people who share these feelings, by taking time to dream of a better world, to daydream, by resting. In fact, let's take a quick pause. Breathe with me. Let's take a few seconds to feel this in our bodies. Connect with the hope that it's going to work out. Feel where it's located in your body, what shape it is, what color, what weight, what texture, and anchor it with the last breath. Okay. As I was saying, I will keep cultivating hope and faith by taking action in alignment with them, by continuing to politicize my business, and by continuing to tell you how much hope I have and how deeply I believe in the future. And for the science aficionados among you, like me, it's also about neuroplasticity. Basically, the more I think and act in this way, the more neural connections I create, the easier it becomes to do it and to share it. Because there's so much alarming negative discourse out there. We're drowning in it. But what I want is for us to transmit hope. I don't believe in acting from a place of fear or panic. Every time I've done it, and trust me, I have, it was a monumental mistake. I want to see hope reign, faith in the future. I want us to roll up our sleeves, hold hands, and move forward together toward a future that reflects us. Sounds like a cheesy slogan, I know, but honestly, isn't that what we all want? Isn't hope the thing that will keep us going? Isn't cultivating deep faith that it will work out the key element that will fuel our vision and push us to take action? We need hope, not just for ourselves, but for others, for our communities. Because every action we take, every moment we refuse to give into despair, is a collective victory. Let's never forget that the system wants us to give up, to stop organizing, to stop fighting. So that's my wish for you in 2025 and every year that follows. I wish for you to cultivate hope and faith in the future, for yourself and for everyone who can't manage it anymore, so that we never give up, all the way to the end. Happy New Year.
Thank you for listening to this episode of Buzz Voices of Defiance. If you enjoyed it, hit the notification bell to be alerted when new episodes drop and leave a 5-star review to help amplify this podcast that's here to uplift voices the world needs to hear. All right, see you in 2 Tuesdays for another episode to help you turn your business, your project, your art into a tool of resistance, making sure the system looks at you and says, Buzz.
Buzz.